Hi booksellers, I'm Readon and I am super excited to tell you about my first ever cookbook, Crazy Sweet Creations. I want to say thanks to Booktopia for setting up today. They have been great, and if you need any books and any stock, just contact them and they will sort you out. So a bit of introduction, a bit of background as to who I am. I grew up in Perth in Western Australia and I studied food science and nutrition. I did a degree in that first and then went on to do a postgrad in dietetics to become a dietitian. I worked as a dietitian for many years down in Mandurah. I did community health and public health. I also worked as a consultant to the food industry, so all different areas there. I then resigned from that position to work in Armidale, WA, quite a rough area for those of you who know it, doing youth work down there, which I did for a long time. We then moved to Sydney, and when I was pregnant with my third son and I had time off for maternity leave, I started my website, How to Cook That, and soon after that started the YouTube channel as well. And that was a long time ago now, and it started growing really well. I then also did a pastry chef's course. For those of you who are wondering, is the website all about healthy food? It's all about desserts. There's no healthy food on it. One of the things I learned as a dietitian was it's okay to have some unhealthy foods, but you just need to have a small amount. So if you're going to have a small amount, you better make sure it tastes really good. So that was kind of my motivation behind baking. One was to get something that tasted amazing, and two was to use food as a gift, as something that you could give to other people and they really enjoyed. So anyway, I kept filming, I kept putting videos up on my channel every week and different recipes up on my website every week, and fast forward to now and we have 4.6 million subscribers and just over 750 million video views on the channel, which is mind-boggling numbers. It's a huge amount of people. It's hard to even fathom that many people in one room. They probably wouldn't fit, that's why. And the reason we're here today, of course, is I have just written my first ever cookbook, Crazy Sweet Creations. It has something in it for everyone, right from beginner bakers. There's a chapter on fun, easy desserts, which is good for kids or anyone that needs something quick. There's also a chapter on pastries, which of course has the recipe off the cover, and things like cannoli, which I learnt how to make when I was in Italy from a chef there who makes thousands of them every day. And there's a chapter on ice cream recipes, including a giant double-coated caramel ice cream. You're going to have to invite a lot of friends over to share that one if you're only going to have a small portion. There's another chapter on perfect cakes and cupcake recipes, and I should mention that each chapter has its own introduction which explains the food science behind what you're baking in that chapter so that you can get perfect results every time. I find that if people understand the why behind what they're doing, they're more likely to do it correctly and end up with a good result rather than just doing what they're told. There's also a chapter called Art on a Plate, which is one of my favorites. I feel like dessert is an area of food where you can really unleash your creativity and wow your guests. How about this wooden cheese board that's actually made of chocolate? And sugar bowls, these had to be included in the book because they are a recipe that I invented. It's easy, but they look super impressive. And I really wanted this cookbook to be something that anyone could pick up and make something out of, and that it would really appeal to the full range, from beginner bakers all the way through to qualified pastry chefs, because I have some of them following for the creativity because they like that there's new things and new techniques they've never seen before. Being a cookbook lover myself, I knew that cookbooks need two things. One is recipes, of course, that work and are easy to follow and have great flavor and great texture when they eat them. The other thing, of course, is it needs to look beautiful. So I selected the photographer I wanted to work with, and I planned out the layout of the whole book before photography even started. So we'd have these beautiful double-page spreads with the writing going over the top. I think it looks amazing. I think it'll make a great gift for anyone looking for a baking book for a friend or a family member. And of course, for us bakers, it's always great to have beautiful photos to flick through when you're trying to decide what to cook. I'm super excited about seeing it on the shelves in Australian stores. Of course, I'm from Australia, so I'm excited to see it there. So are my subscribers, and I'm looking forward to walking into stores and seeing it on the shelves. Once you have it in store, if you have it on display, take a photo and send the photo to Booktopia so they can forward that on to me, and I can share it with my subscribers as to where they can get the cookbook in Australia. Thank you so much for your time. Lovely to meet you.